اللہ اور نبی سے پیار ہے انشاءاللہ اپنا میرا پیار ہے ہم کو
غوث-e اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما مدد غوث-e اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما مدد قبلۂ دی مدد کعبہ امام مدد قبلۂ دی مدد کعبہ امام مدد وہاں کیا مرتبہ غوث ہے بالا تیرا وہاں کیا مرتبہ غوث ہے بالا تیرا اونچے اونچوں کے سروں سے قدم اعلیٰ تیرا اونچے اونچوں کے سروں سے قدم اعلیٰ تیرا غوث-e اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما
الحمد لله منشي الخلق من عدم ثم الصلاة على المختار في القدم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم آمن تذكر جيران بذي سلام ما زجت دمعا جرى من مقلة بدم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم أم هبت الريح من تلقاء كظيمة وأومض البرق في الظلماء من إيوام مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the 10th episode of our Meemstream by Youth Memers program. I'm your host Muhammad Affan Azmat, and in this program we'll be talking about the month of Rabiul Akhir and one of the greatest waliullah known as Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. So please stay tuned until the end. Now before going on any further, I think I should introduce my guests. Right beside me is Brother Hasnan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Brother Hasnan?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair for asking. In the middle, we have Brother Haris.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Brother Haris?
I'm good, thank you.
On the far side, we have Brother Muneeb.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Brother Muneeb?
Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen ala kulli hal. How about you, brother?
Good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair for asking. As you know, we're in the month of Rabiul Akhir, which is the 4th month of the Islamic calendar. This month holds a lot of Islamic significance for Muslims, since this is the month we celebrate the grand Gharbi Sharif of Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Besides celebrating the grand Gharbi Sharif, there are also other important events that happen in this month, like the Urj of Khwaja Na'imuddin Aini radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, which occurs on the 18th of Rabiul Akhir, and the Urj of Dula Sabzawari, which occurs on the 17th of Rabiul Akhir. We also have the passing of Zainab bint Kazmiya, and of course we have the Grand Gharbi Sharif, which occurs on the 11th of Rabiul Akhir. Now I would like to ask Brother Hasnan to tell us about the life of the great Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Brother Hasnan.
Thank you, Brother Affan. Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani was born in the month of Ramadan in 470 AH, 1077 to 1078 AD, in the Persian province of Jilan, which is now called Iran, south of the Caspian Sea. His contribution to Sufism and Sharia was so immense that he became the spiritual pole of his time, Ghous-E-Azam. One of his many titles is Al-Hassani wal-Husseini, because he was blessed with a direct lineage to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Through his father, Sheikh Abu Saleh Musa, rahmatullah, who was a direct descendant of Imam Hassan. He was a very pious and humble person, as well as the master in the tactics of jihad, and it was due to his that he was given the title of Jangi Dost. Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, rahmatullah, was also blessed with the direct lineage to the Holy Prophet through his mother, Sayyida Bibi Khair Fatima, rahmatullah, who was a direct descendant of Imam Hussein. She was also a very pious person. The circumstances surrounding the blessed marriage of Hazrat Abu Saleh Musa, rahmatullah, and Hazrat Bibi Khair, rahmatullah, were quite miraculous, to say the least.
Jazakallah khair for sharing this with us, Brother Hasnan. Yes, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani was from the direct lineage of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, which is known as a Sayyid. A Sayyid is a person who is from the lineage of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani was a Sayyid from both sides of his family. Now I would like to ask Brother Haris to share a few incidents from the childhood of Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Brother Haris.
Thank you, Brother Affan. Now I'd like to share 4 incidents from the childhood of Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Number 1. Ghous-E-Azam kept the first fast on the day he was born. He did not feed on his mother's milk until sunset. He kept all the fasts of that month. Number 2. On the day of his birth, 1100s were born in Jilan Sharif, and all of them became saints of Allah. Number 3. Whenever he used to go to the madrasa, a voice would be heard saying, "Give room to Allah's friend." Number 4. When Ghous-E-Azam was made to sit with a saint to practice his first recitation at the age of 5 years, he recited the first para to the 18th para of the Holy Quran. The saint said, "Son, recite ahead." He replied, "This is all what I memorized because my mother had also memorized this much. When I was in my mother's womb, my mother would recite up to the 18th para, so I had memorized this much by listening to her."
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair for sharing this with us, Brother Haris, and we'll be right back from our short break.
پنج وقت اذان و درود و دعا درس قرآن و ذکر رسول و خدا اہل بیت و صحابہ کا بھی تذکرہ دین حق کا سکھانا سلامت رہے دین حق کا سکھانا سلامت رہے میم کا ایسا جذبہ سلامت رہے میم کا ایسا جذبہ سلامت رہے
دیکھتے رہیے آپ کا اپنا میم ٹی وی. الا بذکر اللہ تطمئن القلوب، اللہ کا ذکر سناتا ہوا، نیکی کی باتیں بتاتا ہوا، عشق نبی سکھاتا ہوا، آپ کا اپنا میم ٹی وی.
غوث-اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما مدد غوث-اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما مدد قبلہ دی مدد کعبہ امام مدد قبلہ دی مدد کعبہ امام مدد.
وہاں کیا مرتبہ غوث ہے بالا تیرا، وہاں کیا مرتبہ غوث ہے بالا تیرا. ऊंचे ऊंचों के सरों से कदम आला तेरा, ऊंचे ऊंचों के सरों से कदम आला तेरा।
गौसे आज़म बमने बेसरो सामा।
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله.
Welcome back from our short break. As Brother Haris was saying, Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiallahu ta'ala anhu had many incidents in his childhood, but did you know that these incidents transferred into his adulthood as well? He had many famous incidents in his adulthood, like the famous incident about the king of jinns.
Brother Affan, I remember this incident. Can I go ahead and share it?
Okay, please go ahead, Brother Meem.
Abu Sa'ad Abdullah bin Ahmed said, once my daughter Fatima disappeared from the roof of the house. I became worried and went to the blessed court of Sultan al-Awliya, Sayyidina Ghous-E-Azam radiallahu ta'ala an, and implored for help. He said, go to Karkh, which is a city, and sit in a deserted place over there during night, forming a spiritual fencing, which is a circle around you, and recite Bismillah and contemplate me. During the night, many caravans of jinns will pass by you. Their faces will be very strange, but do not be frightened by them whatsoever. At the time of dawn, the king of jinns will come to you and ask you for your needs. Tell him, Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, and contemplate me. Therefore, I set out for the city of Karkh and followed the exact instructions of Ghous-E-Azam radiallahu ta'ala an. During the silence of the night, terrifying jinns passed by my fencing. Their faces were so horrific that I could not endure looking at them. At the time of dawn, the king of jinns came riding on a horse along with many other jinns, and he remained outside the fencing and asked me for my needs. I said that Ghous-E-Azam radiallahu ta'ala an had sent me to him. Hearing that, he dismounted the horse and sat on the ground, and the other jinns around him did the same and sat on the ground outside the fencing. I informed him about the mishap of my daughter. The king of the jinns made an announcement amongst the jinns, who has kidnapped the girl? Within moments, a Chinese jinn was captured and brought forward as the culprit. The king asked, why did you kidnap the girl from the city of Qutb at this time? The Chinese jinn trembled and replied, Your Highness, I fell in love with her at first sight. The king ordered the beheading of the Chinese jinn and had my beloved daughter returned to me. Thanking the king, I said, you are the great devotee of Sayyidina Ghous-E-Azam radiallahu ta'ala an. And he replied, by Allah, when Ghous-E-Azam radiallahu ta'ala an looks at us, all the jinns begin to tremble. When Allah nominates a qutb, all the jinns and humans beings are made to ordered to obey him.
Jazakallah khair for sharing with us, Brother Munib. Yes, Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiallahu ta'ala anhu was a great qutb of his time.
Brother Affan, when you're talking about Qutb, I had a question regarding it.
What is your question, Brother
My
Hassan?
question is, Brother Affan, what is Qutb?
Brother Affan, I will answer this. So, to answer your question, Hasnan, a Qutb is a Sufi spiritual leader that has a divine connection with God and passes knowledge on, which makes him central to or the axis of Sufism. There are 5 Qutbs per era, and they are trusted spiritual leaders. They are only revealed because there is a human need for direct knowledge of God. According to the Institute of Ismaili Studies, in mystical literature such as the writings of Al-Tirmidhi, Qutb refers to the most perfect human being who is thought to be the universal leader of all saints, to mediate between the divine and the human, and whose presence is deemed necessary for the existence of the world. Do you have any more questions, Brother Hasnan?
No, thank you, Brother Haris.
Yes, Thank you for that great explanation, Brother Haris. Yes, a qutb is a very important person. But did you know a qutb is a type of awliya Allah? There are many types of awliya Allah, like Ghaus, Qutb, Abdal, awliya Allah, and Wali. These are all the 5 types of awliya Allah. All of these types of awliya Allah do the same thing. They help spread the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the world. And now this will wrap up the speed segment of our program, and we'll go on to our next segment right after this short break.
मस्जिद-ए-अक़सा पिछले कई सालों से कम्युनिटी की खिदमत करती है, जिसमें 5 वक्त नमाजों का इनेकाद, जुमे की नमाजों के लिए 3 जमातों का इंतजाम, और उसके अलावा रमज़ान मुबारक में तरावी का इंतजाम और इफ्तारियों का सिलसिला, वीकली इस्लामिक स्कूल जिसके जरिए 150 बच्चे तालीम हासिल करते हैं, आप ही के दिए हुए चंदे, आप ही के ताउन से चलते हैं।
लॉकडाउन के पेश नज़र अखराजात में, इनके रेंट में आपके भरपूर ताउन की ज़रूरत है।
I did my part, did you?
Alhamdulillah, I did my part. Did you do yours?
अब आपकी बारी।
कैश, चेक या वीज़ा या डेबिट के ज़रिए अपनी पेमेंट देना चाहें, वो इंशाअल्लाह तबारक व तआला स्क्रीन पर मौजूद डिटेल के ज़रिए अपना घर बैठे हिस्सा डाल सकते हैं।
करम 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 मौला, करम करम मौला, करम 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 मौला, करम करम मौला।
Welcome back from our short break. Our next segment is our Kasati round, which is an incredibly famous guessing game. In this, I will think of a famous historical person, so like a religious person, a historically religious place, a religious book, or something in general, and our guest here will ask questions to guess it. Today, I have thought of a place. Another hint on that is this Islamic mausoleum. You may start guessing now, and viewers at home, you may also guess with us too.
Okay. Is this Islamic complex? Yeah.
Okay, does the complex have is famous for like religious affiliation or something?
Yes, this complex is famous for the religious affiliation.
Okay. Yeah. Do people go there like frequently, like a lot?
Yes, people do visit this frequently throughout the year, yes.
Okay.
Does this complex have like a masjid inside the premises?
Yeah, there is a masjid on the premises of the complex, yes.
Does it have like, since it's like historical, like does it have value?
Yeah. Is the complex like famous for like historical value or something?
Yeah, this complex is yes, it does. It's famous for the historical value.
Okay.
Yes.
If it has religious affiliation, it can be like Hajj or something.
Okay.
Right?
Is this complex visited for like holy, like a pilgrimage, like Umrah or Hajj?
No, it's not visited for the pilgrimage, Umrah or Hajj. No.
So it's not that.
Oh, it's not that?
You can ask where it is. Like it could be in North America or something.
Is this complex in North America?
No, this complex is not inside the continent of North America. No.
Wait, how is it?
If it like has some kind of like library or yeah.
Okay, does the complex have something like a library or a mausoleum, something like that?
Yeah, it does have a library and a mausoleum. It has both.
Oh, it's both. Okay.
So whose question is it now? Mine. Last one. Okay. Is this place famous? Is this place like is it like famous and located in like a famous city like Baghdad, Iraq?
Yes, it is located in Baghdad and Iraq.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Then we think that you're thinking about the mausoleum of Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jalani.
Yes, indeed. The place I'm thinking of is the mausoleum of Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jalani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Great job, guys, and viewers at home. Hopefully you guessed along with us too. And at the end, I'll request if you or anyone in your family or your circle wants to participate in our Youth Memers program, please call us at 647-740-9292 or email us at info@meemtv.org. Until then, we will look forward for your stay back. Stay safe, remember us in your prayers. Allah Hafiz wa Nasir with this dua. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us the love and respect of the awliya Allah and make us follow their footsteps, inshallah. Ameen.
फहाशी और म्यूजिक से पाक, गुनाहों से बचाने वाला आपका अपना मीम टीवी।
غوث اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما مدد غوث اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما مدد قبلہ دی مدد کعبہ امام مدد قبلہ دی مدد کعبہ امام مدد وہاں کیا مرتبہ غوث ہے بالا تیرا وہاں کیا مرتبہ غوث ہے بالا تیرا اونچے اونچوں کے سروں سے قدم اعلیٰ تیرا اونچے اونچوں کے سروں سے قدم اعلیٰ تیرا غوث اعظم بمنے بے سر و ساما
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد